Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing as Belgium here in Victoria 3. Last episode we did subjugate the Netherlands with a little bit of naughtiness and, country switching, which was necessary because of the fact that they went up to major power midway through the war and we could not enforce our initial war goal even though we were winning that war. So that's kind of how things ended last episode. We also got a few more subjects. We are in the Russian Customs Union, which, as we noticed, boom, now includes Xing, so it's going to be, in terms of technology, a little bit of a priority for us to be getting onto multiculturalism. So we're going to research feminism, but we're probably going to research anarchism shortly after, so that we can roll this, because labor truly is our problem. What else we'll be doing this episode is we are going to be getting some wood. And by wood, I mean rubber. And you're like, well, rubber's not wood. Yes, it is for us, because we want to unlock our company, which is a Belgian company, which is going to give us, it is the best wood company in the entire game. In order to unlock this, we do need a level 11 rubber plantation in the Congo. And it's going to be wood, iron, and rubber. And this one's going to be particularly nice. And so this is what we're doing. Good morning, Paul. How's it going? Live chat. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Alright, so without further ado, we will be off on our way. Really bullish on this company. I just released the company kind of intro video a little bit earlier today, and I won't be releasing a video tomorrow morning, and this kind of late night stream will be the substitute for that. But I did want to experiment a little with this company. That I do think that this is just an outstanding company that we could potentially get. I don't know, we will probably give up Wallonia premium metals in exchange for this company, which is going to give us, throughput on the wood, which is going to be really nice because wood generally just doesn't have a very high throughput. And it represents a relatively large portion of our economy because, I guess we're getting a little bit from colonial exploitation, but normally this would be like 2%, this type of thing. And so this is going to greatly expand like the overall wood in our economy. And so, very excited for slotting this one in and kind of testing it out. And I think off the back of this, we really don't care about the bonus at all, and so we don't care if we overbuild wood and iron. And so I think what we'll do is we'll really blast wood and iron, and then we also put in Wallonia steel, looking to get the 10% state construction efficiency. And so we might pop off really hard this episode if we can get multiculturalism. We solve the labor problem because Xing, we will accept their pops, and we'll take the enactment chance here. But now we should be able to do it. So we'll disband this company. Oh no. And we'll establish this company. Hurrah. And so we will be hitting the productivity bonus. We don't really care about this prestige rubber industry mortality. This is not important. What we care about is the construction speed and the throughput on all of these industries. And so this is kind of what we'll be working towards. So what we're going to do off the back of that is we're going to come in and we are going to... We're going to swap that over. But we're going to hit all of these to auto-expand. If these aren't already on auto-expand, we will. I don't know. We do want that all on Steam Donkey. We, of course, can't turn the railroads on everything for local prices. And we will have also auto-expanding all the logging camps. But I think we will even take a step further and go and take a look and make sure that every place we have that can build a logging camp, we're going to put a logging camp on it and then come back in and put them on auto-expand. Actually, let's do the same with iron. Actually, maybe let's not do the same with iron. We do have the iron auto-expanding, but I'm not certain that we want to try and kick it up too much in these new places. So let's just keep this for now, and we will put this on auto-expand. We only have the rubber in the 2 places, and I do believe the rubber is on auto-expand. So this will be pretty good for us here coming in. We are, of course, we're having huge labor problems. This is the central problem that we are having, which is going to make reg bodies good because less people will die. And then, of course, researching feminism so we can get, what is it? Women in the workplace is going to help a lot with workforce ratio. Harry Jung says, "You're the best and most detailed Vic 3 YouTube." Thank you. Keep it up. I love your stream content. Lots of stream. Glad to see some picks for the companies. Yeah, I'm glad to see some are coming in. Of course, I'm expecting, more in the future update. And so this will be pretty exciting. I think that our current setup's pretty good. As long as we're under 200 mil, I really do think the gold company is fairly solid. I'm not certain that it's correct, but I'm pretty confident it's correct for us to be using this company and this company. I'm middling on this company, but 10% state construction or 10% construction efficiency is a really strong modifier, and we are pipping it. We have to make sure that we don't overexpand the steel, because I think this is pretty easy to do. And so yeah. Is that Autocracy USA? Not only is it Autocracy USA, it's Autocracy USA led by a black man, which you love to see. And I do think that they might still have slavery, which is, quite a very strange thing. No, they don't have slavery, but secret police. Yeah, it's an autocratic USA. Haven't played this game in months. Watch your series on the Galactic Rice Overlord. Hell yeah, brother! You love to see it. We do love to see it. I will read the rest of that in a second. I think we're in chill mode because we have a lot of infamy. Yeah, we're in relatively chill mode, so let's continue chilling. I hit that like button and subscribe button, thank you. And now you cream when you're live. Cream, yes, much cream, much excite. Hello, dear bear. Hey, Magua, how's it going? Just, kind of chilling here. Probably going to be a shorter stream because this is relatively late for me, and I do have to switch my laundry over at some point in the stream. But other than that, we are really excited about using this company here, this Congo company. And, when we looked at it, it didn't say that it required being Belgian, so taking Belgium just to be able to put this in might be meta. We'll see exactly, what that is or how that is, but we do have a trade strategy here. I think we need to try and maintain productivity on this, so I think we actually, we have the trade strategy on the UK run. I've been prepping that, but yeah, here we just have free trade, so there's nothing too crazy. Overall, really not liking the way that, trade just feels severely gimped in 1.5 overall. We will add some ports, though, I think. Actually, we'll max out our ports in Flanders. Man, today's just been an insane day for the cars being loud outside. Absolutely unreal. We can get enactment time. I think that we don't really care about angering the we would anger the Industrialists. See, we don't mind. Yeah, let's do this just for approval reasons. We're also intentionally kind of losing money here. We could be raising taxes. Let's raise it a little bit and look to still stay righteous, but we were trying to just bring up SOL a little bit just because, and our graph's all messed up because we swapped countries, but we are looking to bring up SOL just to increase, migration and this sort of thing. And so, yeah. Did US pass Reconstruction? Let's look at what they're accepted. No, they passed it with Dixie being supported, I think. They did not do the traditional. We could ask for an obligation from Ashante. We could also open up these guys' markets, right? No. What were we planning on doing here? So, I kind of want to get a hold of the Canal. We could make them a protectorate, which is a little bit of a fever dream. We have a truce with Russia currently. We don't want to get kicked from their customs union, but we did have a defense pact, and we got rid of it so that we could reduce autonomy in our subjects. So I think we're going to be kind of leaning towards that. But now we are we're at such a weird point in the game where our construction really doesn't do a lot, but we don't want to stop constructing because that's a huge it's a huge driver of our economy. All these buy orders that we're creating is making our industries profitable, especially because this is where a lot of our productivity is, and we don't want to create some sort of weird death spiral. But at the same time, man, is things not looking good. I guess we can make a little bit more paper here. We didn't make a ton of paper. A couple more glassworks here will maybe be reasonable. Here, we could push economies of scale on stuff. A lot of these are not even going to be fully employed, but, we can just push it up to 51. I suppose. Except for, I actually don't even think we have the tech for that. I don't think we have the tier 3. Yeah, we don't have shift work, so that's really not going to do much. So I guess we're going to have to, you know, kind of, we want to pick a different one. Look where we have a ton of labor, Zululand and over here. And so in these two states, we have a ton of labor. I do believe we will have some turmoil here, but here we don't have any turmoil. So I guess we're going to have to take a look here and say, okay, what should we build here? Not sure I like them having shipyards, and they do have a trade center, which is driving migration there. Looks like there is some positive migration. What can we do with wood and this? I mean, we can make furniture. And maybe that's what we do here. We just look to try and push some furniture. That doesn't really feel that good, but maybe that's what we do here. And we're gonna do that one. And that will create buy orders for this logging camps, but also maybe we want to incorporate that. Okay, so let's take a look over here where we also did have a lot of labor. Here in Yemen. I think we're gonna set this on auto expand as well. I think coal in general, having it really cheap will make it easier to get bonuses on companies because labor-saving PMs use coal, and we also have lead mines already fully expanded. The lead does feed into the glassworks, so that's nice. We do have the tooling workshop feeding into the lead. Notably, I think we should try and build tall on our steel to maintain a high throughput bonus overall on our steel. And it's looking pretty good, but we don't want to expand it too fast, so we'll just add one more and just keep it on auto expand here. You don't have an interest in Japan, I guess? No, we do not. This is the problem, yeah. Or perhaps not a problem. Might go for Hebei, actually. Ashante. Splitters. We don't like this minus pop group attraction. We have to just tolerate that to some extent either anyway. So I think we'll just take that and use up one of our setbacks here. Which will hopefully put us in kind of a good shape. What do we do here? I mean, I just really... I really wish we had something to do with our construction. That felt good. We can't reduce autonomy. Because everyone is technically a subject of... Russia, so we're not allowed to, while we're in Russia's market, reduce autonomy of any of our subjects, which seems a little asinine. But their market is real valuable with Xing in it too. So, I mean, we could delete construction sectors. That seems like a crime, though. Well, we know we're going to need more government administration, so why don't we, at some point, and these will stimulate the economy. So why don't we just, you know, see where we don't have enough tax, and we'll add a couple there. And one in Yemen, and then let's see where the upkeep is really low. Interesting. The labor must be cheap here. Let's see where we have high levels. Flanders, so we'll add another one in Flanders. Or another couple. And these will be at the back of the queue. Kind of, you know, taking care of things there. Do want to keep the SOL coming on up. Let's take a look at this heat map, actually. Ooh, we're looking pretty good. Lower strata in Flanders or this. I think we're going to take this and really just get the reg bodies coming through pretty quick. Looks like there's no sway we could offer. I mean, we would want more interests. Maybe we don't need Dixie and New England here, actually. We'll sink an interest here in Japan instead. I mean, I don't mind actually subjugating them for their companies, their future company potential. Let's see. So it looks like we can afford it. So let's take a save, just in case our pie gets thumbed. You know, in case we have Russia join against us. Alright, this is taking a while to save. We do have to clean out that folder. And we'll see if this works. Rubber discovered in Dahomey. We do see we can sway. We will be able to sway France in every single thing by offering them Wallonia, because they have a special interest in it. Of course, Wallonia is our most valuable state, so we will not be giving it up for anything, really. That's where all of our content, or, well, all of our economy is. And if France gets swayed against us, I'm surprised at how little France has gotten swayed in for Wallonia by various other countries. Looks like they haven't swayed anyone. We're going to put in Greek war reps, because we do want them to just back down to this. But this will also give us a native interest in this region, which I don't think we currently have, which will be useful for us in the Balkans there. Law progressed to voting. Looks like they haven't. If we get kind of later, around here-ish, we will put in some more war goals right on them. Right now we're trying to preserve our maneuvers a little bit. Agitator appears. He wants no colonial affairs. He's a pacifist. Yuck. Let's see about these institutions. It's 64 on the cost, so we can actually go up quite a bit on these. I think we're going to go up here, and then I believe when we finish reg bodies, we'll just crank it up to max. And so maybe we're going to add a little bit more government administrations here. Chile talent. The obligation's worth more. Thank you. I don't think I've ever taken the talent. I think we're going to decrease taxes here. Not because, well, we can't really, we're still making money, but, no, we're not gonna, we do not need your assistance. We just need you to stay out of this. That's what we need. And so no one has been swayed, so we will put in a couple more war goals like open market and this type of stuff. Open market, to make it more likely that they back down. It's still pretty likely that they back down. And then we get a new subject. Let's check our truce with Russia. When is it over? That feeling when you can't remember what you're... Okay, so this is the problem right now, the owing the obligation. Greece does back down, big nice. So now they are our protectorate, and so it'll take a little while to chain them through, but we might eventually make use of their companies. And so that's kind of why we did that here with Greece. We could take a look at their companies and talk about it a little bit. They have like Koupas and there's something else. Really intrigued about the Canal companies once we get, very nice, once we get on to the point where they will actually activate, because right now they have zero productivity, because this doesn't have output goods ports and neither does the Canal. But this minus convoy cost requirement, I am curious how that kind of plays in terms of feel and the other one. These are the two Greek companies. In particular, Koupas looks good with railways and engines, and then 10% railway building throughput. I do think we kind of just have a better version of that, though, in this, which gives 10% railway building throughput, yes, but we also have the steel in here, which is going to make it easier to maintain prosperity on the Wallonia steel. Alright, so let's come in here and where is our workplace safety office? We're going to increase it to max level. Decrease these working conditions, hopefully get a little bit more pop growth. You know, population is definitely quite a bit of problems, you know, being driven by, there's like really high mortality because we have a lot more industry there. We also have not as many people in terms of pop growth. But yeah, okay, I think we just are mainly in chill mode. Kind of looking for stuff to build, but it is a little bit of a struggle. Let's take a look at Zululand, which we are thinking of incorporating as well, which is another, it will take a really long time to incorporate, but we're starting to build some stuff up here, so I think I don't mind this. We're going to add a railway here, and, you know, look to actually increase this furniture manufacturing a little bit more, and kind of move in that direction. So, are coming up, I think we, well, so local prices haven't come in too big yet, We do get feminism, so now we're going to look at maybe passing a law. We're going to first look if we can have anyone who will be feministy, and then we'll look to see if we have any trade unionist generals, and then we'll see if we can do any exiling shenanigans. So just looking through here, we are looking for anyone who's a feminist, or sorry, an abolitionist, a feminist, or an anarchist will be sufficient. We don't see any of those. So we're going to quickly look through, and what we are looking at is the interest groups, and we are looking to see if we have anyone who's a trade unionist, because if we have a trade unionist like this pacifist here, it will be likely that they, or more likely, that they become commander. And while we liked him around for the clout that he was given the trade unionist, we do not like that he can get in charge following them. And so we will be looking for people. Now also when we clear this, it rolls new people. And so now we can roll, after getting feminism, we can roll humanists. And this is kind of what we're looking for, and so we will do that. Protectionist, no. We're just trying to roll ideologies. Jingoist, okay. Royalist, moderate, sure, we'll take the moderate. Authoritarian, royalist, well, we'll take whichever one actually has the best abilities. This guy looks like he will actually be the best commander of them. And then we will take a look here. Positivist, I guess we'll take him. Really not seeing what we want, though, which was a trade unionist, which is going to be, you know, of a certain persuasion. That being either feminist or humanist. And we want a humanist, that way we can roll on. We do get a feminist of here. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of industrialists already, but I guess we'll promote this guy up a little bit, and maybe he'll do okay. This will also increase the clout of the industrialists. Shame to get not very good rolls here, but we're going to reform government. We're going to take this guy out, and then we're going to exile this guy. We don't have any generals who are trade unionists, so this will just be a raw dog roll. And since we're so handsome and lucky and good at this game, we're just going to get a humanist here. So it really is, you know, it really is just that easy. You know, you just say handsome, lucky, good at the game, and you roll humanists every time. We are live, by the way, so obviously I didn't save scum that. But we'll put them in, and then we'll just start passing multiculturalism. I don't know why everyone says that this is so hard to pass, so hard to get. It really is just that easy, you know? So, yeah. Netherlands is our subject. They are a protectorate, and so, yeah. They're a protectorate of ours. But easy peasy. This is how you do it. You just get the humanist, and then we have China in the market, and so you know, why don't we update the title? Getting some wood over our new Chinese workers. There we go. Belgium is so fun. Belgium is fun. Great Qing size with Russia. Can we can't offer a sway. Will we be able to offer a sway here? We will, between Chile and Teluche. Oh, we had to do it there. No biggie. We're not going to reload for something like that. We would have wanted to, but not a big deal. We are less legitimate now that we have a humanist instead of a pacifist, or a humanitarian instead of a pacifist, but this is fine. We are just, you know, getting to pass multiculturalism, just the hardest and most useful law pass. And by hardest, I mean not even really that hard. You just re-roll your guy. I mean, it's easy peasy, right? This is going to be pretty nice. I think we're going to turn in up on our dyes, the stuff that feeds into clothing first, and then also take a look at our engines situation here. Oh yeah, we can... The thing will auto-employ up to in a way that's coherent based on this, so we can just turn all these on, I think. We're also in a really big market with like a lot of engines, so we'll just get on the better PMs and worry about it later type of thing. We shouldn't run a shortage. Did we just run a shortage? Really? We're running a shortage of engines here, but then this place should siphon off laborers. No? It should. That's how it's supposed to work. Really don't want the engines being produced here by that, and so we know we want here. Why don't we come in here and put these engines on auto expand and add a few of these, because they're also really profitable, so this will be good, and increase the demand for steel. Lucky and Handsome wins again every time. You don't why do you you just be handsome and good at the game, and you just roll multiculturalism every time. No labor available. Yeah, but this is a result of some of the adjustments they've made, where normally what has happened, at least in 1.4, is they will begin very quickly siphoning off pops from other companies, industries, and here they are not doing that as quickly, or making this adjustment as quickly, which, to be fair, in most instances that's good, but here it's actually kind of annoying. Let's make sure we're on all of the labor-saving PMs we can be here, which I think we are. Yeah. I think we actually would want to delete these if we could, because we would get more migration attraction if we didn't have them. Just kind of a little bit annoying. Here, let's see this guy. Intelligentsia pacifist. Yeah, okay, sure. But here, do we have all of our labor-saving PMs in? Because I know we're out of labor here, too. I think we do. Well, not everywhere, but that place has 22 employment. I have a sneaking suspicion that's not a driver of the problem. We'll check here. Again, these places are not having... Oh, well, this has some employment. So... There we go. This is causing a shortage of rails. Okay, fair enough. We'll add one to the front of the queue then. Really annoying. I don't like how this subsidy situation works, where if a building is profitable, the subsidy will never go away. It's kind of annoying. We shouldn't be paying a subsidy here, but we are. We could just turn off the subsidy though, so this will also work. But yeah, it will never, if you're paying a subsidy, it'll never do the thing. Or sorry, if you're making money and it won't decrease the subsidy, even though it should. I found that getting an anarchist is way more likely than getting a humanitarian. Yeah, but have you tried being more handsome? This has been my experience. We actually, I don't think we can roll an anarchist right now as well. Like, it might be more probable, you might be right, but I do believe we do need anarchism. Speaking of, we don't need to research this anymore. Now, we could try and make use of our rubber by going vulcanization. I think this strategy's fine. We also wouldn't hate rotary valve engine, because we're, like, out of labor, but we're just gonna get the Chinese, we're gonna get lucky rolls on our things. We are also executing, using our one time on passing multiculturalism as quickly as possible, so hopefully that'll help out. I guess we don't, I don't know. I don't want to forget to turn this up. Also, there are industries making more money there, so maybe it would actually cause a problem if we didn't have it on. A little bit. Hello, Palea. How's it going? It would be really nice to be the bail to see the GDP of your market. To be the bail? I don't know what you mean by that. We can take a look at some of these top line metrics, though. We could look at... Here, let's see. There's one of these for all markets, right? Markets. The GDP of all the markets. The biggest one by far is the Russian market, and then the British market, and then the French market. Wow, look at those differentials. And then Prussian. Prussian's pretty big. Spanish, Austrian. Yeah, we're 73 million ourselves. What is this? Why does this say so low? This must be like a week per week instead of per annum. So multiplied by 52? That doesn't quite make sense. I mean, relatively, it should be whatever it is. We're also the number 4 GDP. We've passed Russia and left them in the dirt a while ago. We do know, actually, though, if we leave their market, because we tested this, we actually don't have much arms industries, so we'll put down a 5 stack here, even though they're not employed. I do think we are on hardwood production. Can't go on focused yet, though. Yeah. These seem to be profitable, so why don't we just add some more of them? I guess this is starting to become the place we're building tall for, you know, consumer goods. So, we used our one time, so we should just make progress almost immediately. Why still monarchy? Well, you know, we were hyper-legitimate, and it was not too big a problem. And, you know, we weren't having legitimacy problems. We were over 90 for a really long time. And so we just kind of were focused on passing other stuff. But we might get rid of monarchy sometime soon because of this. But humanitarianism is, like, way more important. Okay, well, we didn't pass the next point, but, you know, interest group approval for William, this guy. So we could either get some interest group approval for him and pop attraction, or just approval for both. I think we'll take the approval for both. And very nice to maintain the bonus on them. Really wish they had a little bit more teeth, more clout, but alas, they do not. Also interesting is how powerful our petite bourgeoisie is, though. We don't get that too often. This 20% bureaucracy is something we have to keep an eye on, because if we lose this bonus, we'll actually be in quite a bit of trouble. Let's see. It's 67 per institution. Maybe we want to increase institutions. Social Security doesn't really do anything right now, because we don't have any unemployment, really. But we can increase law enforcement. I guess I don't hate this. We'll just kind of do it in a little bit slower fashion. What a dapper-looking fellow. William Schobert is still fighting for his cause. No one is supporting him anymore. Dependent, he started publicly remarking that he may give up his activism altogether. Well, he's a pacifist, so we're probably going to tell him to kick rocks. A little study. Do we want him around? Erudite. Ooh, this is interesting. As an agitator, he gives political strength to academics and bureaucrats. We actually kind of like that, then. He does not have cautious. Well, he also is increasing intelligentsia attraction. Maybe we're okay with him. He's now well-liked. You keep calling the ideology humanism instead of humanitarianism? My bad. Although they are kind of similar. I'm number 4 with market and with Belgium in 1869. Didn't join the market and protectorate it a lot. I think that, you know, if you're kind of go earlier for Chinese provinces, this might work a little bit better too. You know, once we're about to have a really big pop-off off of this. Poor guy. He just tried to be erudite and he immediately gets a faux pas. Or we can have him gain popularity. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Kind of making oblique progress on this. To be able to... Oh, damn, I didn't know about that. I don't... Get GP, get PB happy, start depth spending. This is the goal. We're going to try this on Great Britain run. Rubber Rush. Kind of hate the Rubber Rush event at this point. Clicked it through it so many times. I haven't read it in God knows how long. I just started just only doing the first option. Should probably maybe reread it at some point. Really liking this company setup though. I think what we got is pretty strong here. I mean, we're getting, if we look at our queue, like our auto expands, we have like iron, coal, we have some food industries in there too. I guess iron, coal, wood, these types of things are in. Actually, we don't have a company for coal. This is maybe the leak in this setup. And while we could turn off Belgium gold to get, you know, a company for coal. I think Belgian gold is actually giving us a lot, so yeah. 0% loan interest is spicy. It's especially spicy if you maybe build rice. Because rice can carry a ton of, on a per construction basis, you know, because debt is based on cash reserves, on a per construction basis, rice can carry a huge amount. Is this possible to learn this power? South American protectorates bring a lot of immigration. Yeah, that's true. We do have Chile, and New Granada are our protectorates, so we got a lot. Enact migration control. It makes your pops migrate so you don't lose your precious population. Decrease your substance farms by building non-food stuff. Wait, what? I'm not sure. Have a deficit on infrastructure by reducing, etc., etc. Just dropping SOL will cause turmoil. So you can use militarized. I'm not sure what the goal here is, Weeblord. What are you trying to do here? Oh, you're asking if this thing that you're suggesting is possible. Enact migration control, so your pops won't leave. Decrease your substance farms. Have deficit on it. Why would you want to do this? I don't know why you would want to, like... That sounds like you're just shooting your economy in the foot, no? What's the goal here? With your suggestion? Am I missing something? This is the defensive army. Why don't we say that? Stay the course. So far, we've only gotten good rolls. And this is obviously because we used our one time here. We could totally take the miners' approval. Gold company basically carried it by an entire Australia run. Gold will be very good if you're playing South America or Australia. They're having some problems there. Or Mexico. Or like even... There's even like a lot of gold in Manchuria. You know, there's a lot of runs. Oh, look at our SOL. Just kind of creeping on up. Militarized police force doesn't help with turmoil any more than dedicated. Reducing population in a country like China. Oh, you're asking about killing pops? Just let them be unemployed. Wait, what? Ships of the air closed. Damn. Terrible. Let's see if we can maybe run... It's kind of actually... We haven't seen too many trade routes we can run that are that good. The engines are good right now, but that's because we are waiting for us to start producing more. I think we want to produce them. Just like have really struggled to be able to create profitable trade routes, and it might be because we're inside Russia and it uses whatever trading strategy they have for tariffs. Maybe this is the problem. Just a lot of stuff we could do with Burmese. I mean, we don't even want to increase the price of that, generally speaking. This would be the one good we would really want to... Oh, well, I guess we can export this to them. Alright, let's start some trade. Freedom of trade. We don't mind the bureaucracy. We want competitiveness, though. That's nice. Yeah, really not able to run a lot of routes, though. Very profitably. Because, like, grain, Russia and China produce so much grain that, like, yeah, we can't do that. Well, I don't know how we can import this from Kiva, but okay. I guess we could do a few. Actually, I think these are all good because we have way more competitiveness now. Maybe that's a problem, though. We weren't competitive enough before. Something like this. I'm from Turkey, and when I first played the Ottomans, I thought that they had even made Ottoman-themed event art for the Turks. Then I realized everyone gets the Ottoman art. The truth hurts. I mean, they have given the Ottomans a lot more specific content. We're going to turn this on and hope that our rubber place can actually, you know, do their thing. Because this is where we're producing the rubber, right? Now this place can finally employ up. And I think, yeah, I can make enough rubber. And we can also turn on automatic irrigation there. And automatic irrigation on these rubber plantations. We'll actually turn it on everywhere. Oh, and we've had a ton of rubber rushes. So let's also... We have a rubber company. Let's do some of this. And then we will see about maybe seeing if we can export rubber. I will have to switch over my laundry soon. Hopefully I don't forget. And then let's find something to research. Oh, we research vulcanization. Okay. Threshing machine's not really gonna cut it. I guess... I mean, maybe... Let's go for electrical generation. This certainly doesn't feel very good, though. We could also go ahead of time for... malaria prevention. Maybe we'll do that next. It'll be a little bit less ahead of time by the time we next it, but, how the hell do we get... What is this? Oh, yep, that checks out. Well, hopefully we'll be able to make contact soon. Through here. Lucky tick. I am shocked that we have literally high-rolled every single event. We haven't gotten it any further, but we've literally high-rolled every single event here. That's what you get when you use your one time. The Giga Russian market, basically. All hail the thickness. The real strat is to go 99 and then reset infamy with a revolution. I like staying under 24, but this is like... Optimal is using the resetting mechanic quite a bit. We can ask for bankroll. Obviously, Honduras will be able to afford that. Obviously. Oh, did Mexico get swayed? Okay. Do we have a truce to? Owed obligation from 4 years left on this obligation? Shoot. That means we can't reduce autonomy for 4 years. We need more rubber. We do need more rubber. I think we will swap all of our stuff onto elastics, though. Let's take a look. Yep, this is employing back up. And so let's see if now, maybe, we can export luxury clothes. I don't know how we get a huge route that's not profitable. But we're going to try this out. See if that sticks. Oop. I'm gonna make sure we try and improve relations with France, who's now just genial. Been genial since we joined their side on a play. We're gonna leave these guys also as soon as the war starts. So, what are our thoughts is rushing to conquer Korea's Japan? It's very pop and resource rich. I think there are probably, you mean before you get the claims or after? After you get the claims, it's probably pretty good. Before you get the claims, I think it's better to expand elsewhere. So rushing Miltech? No, I don't like rushing Miltech. I think you go for Borneo and South Africa and, you know, do your eco thing and reform as Japan, and then once you get the claims, then going for them. It makes no lifers, kind of with the point there, the main idea. Let's also see if we can export rubber. I doubt that we can, but maybe we can. I don't think anyone else has the ability to consume rubber at this point, because there's no bicycles PM anymore. Bikes! And so, yeah. Just, you know, kind of perfectly threading the needle at exactly 75 legitimacy. We could lower taxes a lot, but I think we'll just keep this going on. We progress to drafting. It's multicultural time, you guys. Yeah. Why use strategy when you can just be handsome and good at the game and just roll humanitarian every time? Yep. Every country I play, as first thing I do is colonize Niger Delta. Not Kenya? Free dies and pops even as Japan. Is the Delta over here? Is that this? It is decent though. I think we usually don't colonize this. I usually try and get the ingress in here with Kenya and fight, you know, the UK over that. If you see, we're doing relatively well because of the Suez, where we got to sway this, which is pretty nice. And eventually we'll touch tip to tip with, you know, our other thing and finally gain market access over there. It looks like we have lost our bonus with the petite bourgeoisie, which is why we're running this negative bureaucracy deficit. So we will kick a couple of these the front of the queue. Really starting to benefit a lot from throughput. Since the wages are high relative to the input good cost, this is a thing that will benefit a lot from throughput. Why don't we also just set this on auto expand? Because if it's going to auto expand anyway, here's pretty good. Oh, are these guys lose? Oh, actually, we do want them to actually win. Hold the phone. I just realized they can't pay us war reps if they lose this, can they? They're gonna lose it. They're just gonna pay us. Just press F and type. I remember how many times I invaded Borneo. Can't remember it yet. Me either. Probably, like, when you take into account the fact that it gives you land access to China's market, it's probably actually just straight up the best. Scandalous. The best expansion spot. We'll stay focused on the law. Unfortunate, our first bad roll here. Unfortunately, we botched the chance to get a ton of money from Honduras. Oh, it looks like they went bankrupt anyways and stopped paying us, so it's not a big deal. We'll just capitulate. We'll just say, hey, we didn't mean any of this. Okay, so we should have relatively small infamy now. And while I'd really like to use it on decreasing the autonomy of our subjects, that's not an option right now. So we're going to have to figure out something useful for us to do. So do have a native interest in the Balkans now. I'm going to put our interest in France in case they have a revolution. No. Well, let's do North Germany, I guess. But we still need to find a war. I mean, we could conquer Liège for the better borders. Benin's not insane. Just conquer it because it has both coal and iron. I don't like how their arable land's been used up, though, which is one of the big things that they have to provide. In addition to laborers, really wish we could annex some of our guys or reduce their autonomy here. This is actually kind of the kicker. And we can't. We could just look to conquer Macran. Wouldn't be terrible. Wouldn't be that good either, though. Just in a weird spot, man. Just in a weird spot. I mean, I guess it's just a South American country. We already have a couple of them. We maybe go after Argentina, protectorate them. 13.5 infamy. This seems fine. Kind of feels bad. You need a lot of colony growth for Niger Delta because Great Britain usually goes there too. Is this a unique interest group patch? Yes, this is the 1.5 open beta here. And so there is, the unique interest groups are in. We do not have any unique interest groups for us as the Belgium, but we do have a couple unique companies here. And so we have the unique company here, however this is pronounced, which is giving us, as the bonus, railway building throughput and also construction and throughput on this, which occupies a huge percentage of our economy. This also occupies a huge percentage of our economy, the iron, the wood, and this, and the throughput and construction on that is also quite strong. Oh, we could just push from inside here? That seems like a problem. Peru, Bolivia sides with Argentina. Well, why'd you have to do that? What were they swayed with? Call ally? Fair. Very fair. We don't really want to join the opposite side of France. Brazil as well? It too, Brazil? Okay, we can't read when it says call allies, so now we actually have to evaluate here. Do we have a big enough army? I'm not sure the answer to this. I'm also not sure where these skirmish infantry boys come from. We are going to recruit a bit more military here. I fear, I have great concerns that we might actually need it. We're not going to put any war goals in on Brazil and just hope that they contribute less troops here. They are worried, so they do not like the current level of mobilization, but they haven't mobilized anything, so this is why the current level of mobilization is so bad for them. Protectors are now not in your market. No, they're in our market. They are in our market. Our market is the Russian market. We're inside Russia's market, so this is what's going on. Otherwise, we would certainly be a GP by now, if not. We could leave their market if we wanted to, but seeing as they have China in their market, I don't really think this is something that interests us very much. The classic China joining Russia's market every single game. It is classic. They're worried. How are they feeling? Yeah, they're really starting to mobilize up, though. I'm going to mobilize that last troop. These guys are going to be used on defense only. But we should actually have no military access to, which is also unfortunate. Or no military, Are our guys on this front? And we have 5 more guys coming in. Oh, but it's like buggy, the way that it works. Why our guys couldn't get there in time, I guess. Alright. Our guys couldn't get there in time, it seems. We're gonna try and land Buenos Aires with the smaller of the two. And hope the bigger, yeah, the bigger one just doesn't get there, so we just get occupied instantly. Which actually bodes pretty ill for us, you know? Let's station this guy at the nearest HQ, which is actually over here, so certainly not ideal. This home front, we're going to add maybe a couple to this, but we're going to add them from down here in Zululand. Where are the rest of our troops from, man? Why do we have a weird number? Well, I guess it's not important. Although, to be fair, the home guys should actually really be from the home. This is a different problem, I suppose. They are sending in on us. I think we will be able to defend. That's their fleet of 30. They're landing with a 50 stack. That might be a problem, actually. I'm gonna put in a lot more guys, but I don't think they're gonna get done in time. Oh, this war might go horribly wrong. I really wish conscripts were available. This would, like, we would really be able to dynamically respond to, like, more people joining. Hey, we get multiculturalism, so all our problems are solved. I guess the worst case scenario, we just lose a whole bunch of money, right? We just have to pay out a whole bunch of war reps. We do get multiculturalism. And so now the fun begins. Now all of our provinces instantly go to, you know, plus a whole ton of pops. Because now they can finally leave China. China now finally has a place they can exodus to. I think we are going to go... well, we're going to need to get rid of some sort of tax here, I think. But we are going to go also Parliamentary Republic. If we can. Radicalized Landowners, Catholic Church. PB doesn't like it, but we're gonna... Now, we already used up our one time, so obviously we can't use it again. So this is just something to keep in mind. We have used our one time. Oh, and we're righteous? Maybe we don't need a Parliamentary Republic then. Yeah, screw the Parliament. We're like 100 righteous, so... Look at the PB power, too. Radicals from discrimination. Oh no! What will we do with multiculturalism and total separation when we get radicals from discrimination? Public health insurance might be better, but I don't think we're gonna do that. So now we don't want workers' protection. Now we can start running up the chain here. With wage subsidies and start trying to push towards old age pension at a slower pace so we don't make the industrialists too mad, but I think we're just gonna chill for now because we don't even have them that happy right now anyways. Hopefully we can defend this. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we have a lot more defense but way fewer guys. I don't think we can defend that. So we're actually gonna move this guy over here. And we hope this landing goes decently. It looks like it's going pretty good. Mossy mass migration. Let's go, baby. Flanders and the surrounding areas. Plus 104k on migration. Oh. So truly, 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 now we are in kind of pop-off mode. And these can finally employ up, eh? It will take several battles, so maybe we do have time to get back there with the 30 stack. Hey, look at this. The 30 stack is getting back there. And so while they're going to win this first battle here, I don't think they win the subsequent battles, right? Because we have a nice fat 30 stack defending. And it looks like they won't even defend against the 6. And the 6 is getting bigger, too. The 6 stack is now an 11 stack. I think you guys can see the group. So, Benin was the first thing you took. Protectrix, yeah. I already responded to those. So I think what we are going to do is, even if it's not profitable, we really want to maintain the productivity bonus. And it is easier to be, it is profitable too, but it's easier to be productive, have a high productivity when you have a lot of labor saving PMs. So we swap that up and you just see the productivity crank up. And so this is going to be pretty good. We are going to tentatively add a few here too, but we're going to try and make sure not to overproduce it. So we are slowly pressing in there. And I think we are going to be able to successfully defend. Oh, nope, guess not. Yeah, just too many guys. But now they're going to have to rebattle here, and now they're going against a 36 stack. So this is not going to go their way. So interesting in terms of, you know, how we are seeing the naval landings do give time for us to shuffle troops around to help defend against them, which is not like kind of a mechanical thing that we had before. We're going to put these tools here on auto expand. We're going to put the engines on auto expand. We're going to put, yeah, that's on auto expand. That's on auto expand. Okay, and are these on auto expand? We're going to put that on auto expand. We're going to put these on auto expand. And these on auto expand. Perfect. Kind of where we want it. And now maybe we want to decide what industry we want this to specialize in. I think we maybe want fabric here. And we're going to put rail transport on. What it looks like that... maybe we go vineyards here. Fabric is making more money, though. So we'll put this on auto expand and turn on the rails. And here, we already have a lot of dyes. We're going to put this on auto expand. I don't think we can turn on the rails. I don't think there are enough. It's already expensive, so we're not going to touch that. We're just going to leave that be. And just come back in here. We're going to kick this on auto expand. It's not auto expanding before. I'm just going to take a look at the companies. We are still on productivity bonuses for all of them. Do kind of want to make sure that maintains. We do not have shift work yet, do we? No, we don't have shift work, so there's not much sense in pushing to 51 on things. Unless, you know, pushing to 51 on the iron mines when they're not fully employed is not reasonable for us at this point. Or doesn't make much sense, except as a preparatory thing, maybe. Still having a little bit of trouble finding stuff to build, but, you know, that's gonna change a lot as we get, you know, this population up way higher. Probably gonna have to take a little bit of a, like, 2-minute, intermission pretty soon here to change over the laundry. I think we are going to do that when we finish this war. Actually, we'll give the laundry, we'll give a little more time to make sure the laundry's done. Well, it looks like we are slowly enforcing on them. We're not going to be able to enforce on... No, yeah, it just looks like we're slowly enforcing on them. And now we might not need, any more troops. We might not need this home front stack here anymore. Or the home stack front might be enough, the 14 stack, to defend against this, so we can move the other stack closer to South America, maybe? I guess we could start thinking about expanding construction again. You know, we have been stalled out on expanding construction for some time, mainly because we just don't have enough pops to employ in a lot of places. But now that we're getting this, you know, Chinese wave of immigrants, maybe this is going to be reasonable. You know, kind of just taking a look, how much Han pops do we have here? 15,000, just in the couple minutes since we've gotten it. How about here? Han, 17,000. You know, and the Russians have been coming in for some time already, but, because they're in a hurry. They're Russian. Peru, Bolivia will not want to give up war reps. But other than that, it's kind of close here. We do hate this dreaded terror split. The split is annoying. But we are going to enforce on them. And so now, I think maybe we land with our 24 stack and leave the home front guys behind. And we're going to land in Ica. Or maybe we land with these home front guys. We're going to land with these home front guys. They're not going to be the home front guys this time. This time, we ride. We ride to victory and ruin and the world's end. No more on the home front. So we kind of have 3 groupings where one of the... Brazil's just out. They've had enough. They've had enough of our BS. Let's see, how long until the obligation is up? 28 months, and then we can start reducing autonomy. So I don't think we're going to look to accrue any more infamy after this. Just kind of save it up is where... Whoa, our landing got pushed out, mainly because there was 2 fronts. So that is actually a little bit annoying. We're actually going to need to make an adjustment here. We're going to land the 30 stack. Oh my god, I hate this so much. So once you assign someone to a naval invasion, you can't unassign or reassign anything. So this guy's stuck, and we would like to make an adjustment to go for Argentina, because we are actually going to lose this war because of this. This is so asinine and annoying. So we can't unassign or reassign these pirates, nor can we split off a new unit and unassign and reassign. What we need is we need to get this navy on going into Argentina. We are not enforcing Argentina down because we do not have their thing, and we cannot switch to having their thing. God, this is so frustrating. I think we lose this war here. Unreal. Because we can't reassign our navy in a dynamic way. We might just swap sides here to resolve this, because we should win this war, but what we would have done here is we would have reassigned a landing here, we would have landed in again, and then we would have, like, enforced on them. Now they won't accept peace from us, and we can't take this navy and tell them to do something else. Because it's hard locked in, nor can we split off units to try and do something else, and we're just going to get slowly enforced out because they do have a little snippet of our land here. And there's no way for us to cancel this landing. So I'm thinking what we're going to do here, and we would just want to cancel this landing, but now we're like full stuck in, right? We can't... And this happened because there was 2 fronts here, and so we got pushed out because there were 2 fronts. I mean, part of it is us not knowing the micro, and part of it is, like, the 1.5 problems. It is a little bit frustrating. I think we're just going to swap sides and capitulate here, though. This seems fairly straightforward, that, the game... Like, we were able to identify the issue, but there's no agency recourse here. Like, we've tried this before, we're transferring to another unit, it does not work, they're still stuck, and can't do anything else until this entire landing, which can take months as it goes battle after battle after battle. They can't do anything else, and so, you know, ooh, looks like we could have swayed here. But we're just going to swap over to Arge and capitulate. We are not going to capitulate Peru-Bolivia, though. We're just going to white piece Peru-Bolivia, I think. A little bit pressed. But that's like, I mean, it's a beta. What are you going to do? We do lose all of our auto-expanding, though, every time we do that, which is a little bit annoying, so we're just going to need to put a lot of it back in. I think that's kind of what we were auto-expanding. Actually, we weren't auto-expanding anything here, but that's what we will now auto-expand here. We'll come in here. I do think we want to auto-expand a lot of these industries. Even the... yeah, we'll just auto-expand everything here. Oh, still not employing up, huh? And then we'll offer to white piece here, or we'll just capitulate. This is fine. Because I think that might have been the eventual result anyways. And so we're pretty okay with that. We will come in here, we'll go on to rural. And we will set a few things on to auto-expand. And then we'll come in here. Set a few things on to auto-expand. do we want steel here? No, but we'll put the tools on auto expand here, and that seems pretty good. I find it very strange that you can't play without taxes. How much do you have in home countries? You can play without taxes. So if you go onto consumption-based taxation, only consumption taxes apply, and if you just don't put any consumption taxes in, the pops will not get taxed. In home countries, we don't own the home counties, but if you mean kind of in our main, our two here, if this is what you're referring to, we have 3.1 million in Wallonia. We have 4.5 million in Flanders, and if you're referring to the actual home counties here, because you said home countries, but home counties has 3.4 million, and they're getting clapped by Russia yet again. So the AI is currently not very good at microing defense. Our pops are also, you know, this hitch is when we pass multiculturalism, which is going to be overall extremely good for us. You know. But I digress. We are going to take a 2-minute break so I can switch over the laundry. And so I encourage you guys to get up, take a little bit of a stretch, maybe refill your water bottle, and we will be back in 2 minutes because I have to switch over my laundry. I'm going to play an ad as I go out. Alright, I'm back in the room, even though I'm not in frame. Probably less than 2 minutes, though. Yeah, I have no peasants. Can you do consumption taxes with an industrial society? Maybe, I mean, you'll be making... Can you do consumption? Do you mean, can I pass this law to get on consumption-based taxes? I mean, not if the landowners and rural folk are... I mean, you're going to need someone who likes to pass it, if that's what you mean. Do you mean, can you keep the country going? You can, probably with a really late-game economy. Maybe, because you'll be making money from minting, which will be capped. I mean, I don't think it'll be very good. You can also make money from diplopacts. But as far as passing it, I mean, people might hate, like, you'd have to look and see if certain people hate... like graduated taxation more than consumption tax. We actually probably do want to get on graduated tax. What do we need? We need socialism? Darn. So maybe we... I think we just want to go malaria prevention ahead of time. So, oh, your trade unions want it? Yeah. Well, they might want it, yeah, they might want it over whatever you have. Depending on what you have. You know what I mean? But yeah. A little annoying that we had to swap again to kind of... I mean, maybe I'll put in a complaint about that. Can't... Well, actually, they're currently, like, definitely, like, working and fleshing it out, but, like, the inability to unassign, reassign, or anything like that, and your navy is just committed, like hard committed for like 6 months, is just absolutely insane. Please, no, daddy, don't hurt us. Also have really high SOL. We could probably drop, you know, greener grass campaigns soon here, because I think we will probably be, I think we're probably just hitting cap migration here anyway, even without this 50%. I mean, maybe we're not. I wish we had the Intelligentsia powerful and big. They're not happy with us right now. What do you want, my friends? What do you want? Alright, who's in charge, first of all? Oh, it's probably because it's a pacifist. What sucks is we have a pacifist agitator. Oh, we have this authoritarian trade unionist. Interesting. But what we could do is we could invite someone like this nihilist who might be happier with us than a pacifist, because the pacifist doesn't like us for pro-army and colonial exploitation. They strongly oppose it. And so, you know, if we got someone like this and then gave them, promoted them to leadership, right? This would help us out in terms of approval, but we would want them on Intelligentsia. So, like, a positivist would like the fact that we are on total separation. But, I mean, the Jingoists would probably really like what we're going on. But is this even worth our thing? Is it even worth us using an invitation just to get a Jingoist? Because we can get a Jingoist, one of these guys. And then just promote him to head a party. What does this guy even want? I mean, we kind of know what these guys want. We kind of have a lot of stuff that they like anyways. I suppose we would get the migration attraction if we passed Parliamentary Republic. Can't do that now, though, because we canceled it. And we kind of don't want to pass it anyways. Because the main reason to do it is to get more authority. I mean, I guess we want is someone who supports wage subsidies and is also, you know, an intelligentsia leader. So anyone who would support wage subsidies and be intelligentsia, I don't think we're gonna find that though. We see abolitionist, a jingoist. Certainly we can use our brain and actually use this. You don't support wage subsidies, right? No, you don't. You would like us more though. Damn. So we're actually gonna look and create... Well, we're gonna look at actually what we have here. We would also love a feminist. And we're just looking to see if we have any intelligentsia. We do, this pacifist guy, so we're gonna retire him. Which is gonna actually hurt our approval. But I think that's our only intelligentsia guy. Because we don't want to re-roll and just get another pacifist. So we could bring this jingoist in. I think we're going to hold up on doing that. Because what we really want to roll is a feminist. This guy's a feminist, but he's not very well liked. Let's just peel back that layer and see what's behind door number 1. We do not see another... Okay, we don't see another intelligentsia, guys. So we are just going to use our exile here. Oh, we already used our exile recently. We can't exile. Yeah, we gotta wait 16 months. We just used it to get the amazingly handsome humanitarian. Who unfortunately... Oh, he does support women's suffrage. What are we doing? Obviously, frankly, of course the intelligentsia don't like it. Yeah, well, that's too bad. We're going women's suffrage, baby. You gotta fight for your right to party. Alright. I'm going to overbuild the infra a little bit because this is what controls the cap of how many people can migrate. And so we're going to build a little bit more than we really need. We're going to put the construction in front of that though. So that will feel pretty good here. Just a moment. I suppose we also want to see because we might have had a petite bourgeoisie bonus and then lost it, where we have insufficient tax, and we will look to solve that. I think we're also going to put this one on auto expand for the government administration, and maybe just get a little bit of a smoother curve on that. I think that should be fine with what we got set up. Women's suffrage. Now, we did use our one time already this session, so obviously women's suffrage can fail. But you know, we'll see. Don't like that Russia's losing a war. When, don't like this either. A shame. Or are they losing the war? Are they losing the war? Really? Or are they losing it? Dink, dink, dink. I do think I'm going to put in a proposal on the Paradox's Discord that this should, instead of give throughput, it should give MAPI. Market access price impact. Universities will do it. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Wow, our GDP is cranking up. Of course, we do not have the thing for it because we swapped. Dirty, dirty swapper. But now we are in the number 3 GDP, passing up the British Raj. And, you know, kind of on the heels of Great Britain. Great Britain has just done absolutely tremendously on this patch. And so, you know, very excited to see it. And we get electricity. And we're probably only going to really put it in here. You know, kind of initially. We're just going to put 2 power plants kind of close to the front of the queue. I think we do want to finish these railways first, though, in both of these places, and then use these to turn on the sawmills, and then put, like, another smattering of power plants in back. You know? And then our secondary place, Transvaal, we're also going to put in some power plants in the back of the queue here. So we are, you know, currently cranking up quite a bit, and, you know, we do have a hyper-righteous government. I don't know how we're staying so righteous, but now we're going to look to re-increase the taxes, at least to this level, and we're going to re-up construction. We are finally at a point where I think we can really start adding construction in, and so we have a lot of, like, pent-up potential that is kind of being unleashed by the fact that we're actually getting a decent amount of migration and a decent amount of pobs, you know? With this crank up here, you can see it really coming on up. So we're going to be in very good shape. And women's suffrage was also going to give us, you know, more stuff going on. We also got, like, a trade union is powerful. And so all this will be quite useful. Good old, like... maybe we lower taxes here. We'll lower taxes to maintain our righteous, hyper-righteous government. We do want to maintain bonuses on guys, and so that'll kind of help, generally speaking, because we will get, you know, more loyalists and such. You know, getting the bonus from this Industrialist is quite nice at this point in the game, or this GDP level. So this is going to be quite good for us. Let's take a look at the diplomacy and see how long on our obligations. 16 months. What's our infamy? Do we want to start another war? We might have to do another war. God, that's a shame. So we could just kind of get a cleaner border by going after Liège. Some homeboy got exiled. It do be like that. Maybe we kind of protectorate some of these small guys here. So we'll take a save and we'll go after Sulawesi as a protectorate. And then Belungen. These are really nice resource-dense areas, and so they're pretty good for going after. Saving so that nothing weird happens. The classic 1.5 special is someone getting swayed against you. For the very war goal that you want. The home front guys definitely should be in the home front. But the 6th Belgian army... they can come over here. We'll actually assign them to this front. We'll put in war reparations here. Make it more likely to back down. What do they want? Transfer subject? I don't think so. You know what? We actually do want parliamentary republic because that's all we need to finish. There's a journal thing that we can get, I think. Yeah. So I guess we are going to want that. We also like are at a point where I think we would be more legitimate with parliamentary republic. Huge petite bourgeoisie though. Because we are siphoning off pops, right? And then we're converting them to Wallonian. Very, very interesting how we are going to somehow be able to maintain such a high percentage of Wallonians because we are relying on migration rather than conquest to expand the customs union. And maybe we need to do this for the UK run because we are going to want to try and create a powerful petite bourgeoisie. You know, and I was trying to think of ways to run the discrimination gamut in terms of laws that would make sense. You know, and I was thinking maybe we go state religion so that most people will be discriminated, like it'll be mostly Protestants that are not discriminated, and most of the Protestants will also be English, and then also go multicultural. This is kind of what I was thinking, but this seems to be working really well, what we got going on right now, so. Station these guys over here. Sulu backs down. Very big, nice. I think we just take a save and we do the same thing to Belungen. Pull them into the customs union too, which is also just a kind of nice thing. Nice for us, not for them, but you know, that's not our problem. We'll go for war reparations and mobilize these guys and put them on the front. And see if we can sway. UK, what will you be able to give us for this? Oh, please tell me we can peel Equatoria off you. Transfer state. Oh, just tell me we can get Equatoria. That would make my day. Bermuda, Gambia, Malta, Mauritania, British Gabon, Namaqualand. Now we do see Equatoria there, but we cannot ask for it. Unfortunate. But we can probably ask for British Gabon here. Clean up that border a little bit. They will probably just resettle it. But Mauritania also looks nice. Yeah, let's ask for British Mauritania. And so we will get another like little spot where we can, you know, colonize. I assume that they will kind of fix this because that is kind of a level that is relatively exploitive. We are losing money. We're going to increase the taxes, which is going to jump us down a legitimacy bracket. Well, maybe we could deficit for a little while here. We can't maintain it for that long though. Maybe we do what we have here and we drop. I don't think we're going to need this greener grass campaign here anymore. We bring that up and we put in another consumption tax, and then we bring this down, and then that's a fine enough deficit that we can run it, I think. Belungen also backs down. So I think we can just let this run out for the infamy while, you know, we allow this to 10 months worth of decay here. Maybe we don't. Maybe we have to declare another war. We just got Sulawesi and Belungen, so I guess Kutai is the next one to kind of maybe go for here. What's this? Oh, that's cute. It's right there. That's real cute. Alright, let's see about protectorating you in Kutai. And then also looking for the war reps here as well. Not because we want the war reps, but this will help them to back down. Yeah, sure. Credit where credit's due. So, if either of these guys is non-powerful, which the trade unionists are not, we're going to give them this. And I think that maybe we are going to recruit. So, we don't really need an agitator for law passes, but we can use an agitator for clout. And maybe we want one on the trade unionists to make sure that they, you know, kind of can stay above 20% clout. Or maybe not. Okay. Didn't really like our options there too much. Yeah, migrating to Flanders at a mass migration. Population has just been absolutely exploding. We are kind of... It's not the 110k it was before, so maybe greener grasses was necessary. Spain sides with Quinine. I don't think Quinine wins this, but I do think we will, you know, use more troops now. So we will station them there. Don't think whatever they're offering us in this way is worth it. But do we want to try and peel anything off of Spain? Whom I think we can fight. Well, let's see what they were maybe swayed with. Nope, they just joined against us because they don't like us. Well, we would actually love Asturias. The province. And we would like this province because there's a really good company for it. And so, oh, Carthage just backs down. I'm supposed that we're okay with that. I mean, maybe we just declare war on Spain for Asturias, though. You know, our beak has been wet. And we actually will do the heavy lifting for the UK here. And in return, they gave us Mauritania. And so now we can colonize up here. Which, okay, it's not the most valuable. It does have iron. I don't know what this is about. I think we'll put an end to it. Weird, very strange. I think we'll do something like this, and then we'll let this just kind of do its own thing. We'll put this on auto-expand. Something like that. Very strange. Yeah, we'll also put in the fishing war. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of got it for free. Would have loved to have Equatoria instead, but, you know, it's okay. So, how much infantry would Asturias cost us? Well, we can't see while we're in this war. We'll just let the war... We'll stick in it till the bitter end. Mainly just help the UK out a little bit. The best of friends. Yeah, really just benefiting so much from, you know, the negative migration coming out of Qing. Them just dumping pops to us. Like, hello. All of this is coming to us. All this negative migration here. And so we are just getting blasted up in this bizzle here. In particular, we really want it coming to Wallonia, and so, you know, kind of considering our options. Oh yeah, we had done this, so we could turn on these. And now begins the tedium that is using electricity. So this causes a shortage. Not on the market. But this, you know, will employ up. But it's like, it's also going to be, they're going to have a hard time finding laborers. Oh god. Because I wanted to get this wood industry going. Here, let's also do electric fences here. I wanted to get the wood industry going so that the other stuff could get going. We kind of would like a little bit more clout on the Intelligentsia, so we'll take that. Because I don't want to turn on this before we have the industry going, because we can't produce, we can't cover the 192 there, right? And it will be sticky and have a hard time employing. God, that sucks. Because the electric lights, I think, are really the big benefit of this tech now. Certainly not the wood, because we can't turn on the logging camps in as many places as we would like. Shoot. I think we also... No, these haven't finished yet. What would you... Oh, bankroll. Hello, yeah. We might even help you out. Bankroll? Bankroll? Big nice. Just thinking how we get these places actually employed up. Because we'll cause like a catastrophe. Well, actually, these things will fire down. Let's just swap it, man. It's only 168 that we have to somehow come up with, and these will fire down as, you know, they produce less of this, and then the fired pops can hopefully work in the power plants. And same thing here. Hopefully this doesn't dick up infrastructure too bad. I think it might. Because this is currently giving us infrastructure, and we're trying to swap it to a PM that's going to give us more infrastructure. And it will give us more infrastructure temporarily, but not until this place can, like, employ up and actually... Just this swap is also just so painful. I'm not a fan of this. The play patterns behind... I mean, like, I understand it's a much better simulation, but the play patterns behind local goods is just, like, unfun. Chair gaming. Oh, your stream was behind? Hello, General. Hello. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. It is chair gaming. That chair gaming was a while back, though. Also, it was like 1 minute of chair gaming. Come on now. So we'll do this to hopefully give, you know, these an opportunity to employ up. Oh, we do want the pop attraction and popularity on them. Just been high rolling all night. Just so handsome and good at this. But once we get the electricity up and running, it'll feel a lot better. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, well this one kind of came up decently enough. And we're not running a shortage here, but I think, yeah, well no, it says we are running a shortage. Not enough electricity. 87 is the requirement, and we are producing 26. So definitely... And this stuff is much less responsive after the changes they made, which of course are designed to make its stuff stickier, so there's less like hire and fire problems, but it with specifically hiring up these power plants, it is a bit of a problem. Yeah, we're accumulating a cash reserve here, which is funny. The place can't employ up, but we have a cash reserve, don't you worry. Believe you me. Yeah. It just like, in terms of play patterns, it feels bad. I suppose this one employed up okay, but we have like, if you've run out of labor and you try and turn stuff on, it's actually like pulling teeth. We're now making a ton off the bankroll though. And also helping out them a little bit. We're not getting it for free this time. They want to help us in the Belgian peasant revolt. No thank you. I can guess what they wanted. I didn't look what they wanted, but I think I know. I think I know what they wanted. They've only wanted one thing this entire run, and it's Bologna. No, it's Bologna. Not Bologna. We might be looking to integrate Versailles sometime soon here. So I actually think by sometime soon I mean real soon. I was gonna say now, but we don't actually have the admins. We're just gonna slap down 5 admins there. And 5 admins here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Campaign of okay. So who's this person? The authoritarian woman? Oh, we'll just take the conservative thing and just not give her grifter. We have like a really good chance of passing women's suffrage anyways. This is going to be a really powerful law for us. It's also going to let us, you know, kind of come on up in this. I think we can swap over. We already did swap this over. So let's put in a couple power plants here too. This is coming along decently, but you know. This place... Yeah. Let's also put explosives down here. I think we are going to try and not overbuild steel, except in Wallonia, until we get to the cap. Don't think we want that, so we're gonna get some negative approval from one of these cats. And which one do we want? I guess we'll take the petite bourgeoisie's negative approval, because we are benefiting right here from this. We could, I suppose, reduce taxes to be in the higher bracket. Let's do that. Next bracket up. Do 1-2. What's NAT spreading to us here? Shift work is NAT spreading to us. Okay, so that's the main check we wanted to actually make. Because this means we're going to need to push stuff to 51. Oh, this is not employed up, which means we want to actually be a little bit careful with the steel mills, because we do not want to overly depress the price of steel. God, we just really still need more pops here. Maybe we need the edict back. I think we're going to go for it back here, actually. So we're going to increase this. Get rid of this. Greener grass here. And let's see how that responds, because we know that the cap's at least 110, or at least under it. So we'll see how it responds. This is getting positively affected. Yeah, up to 100k. Also, this workforce ratio will also be a really nice modifier for us here, because it will give us a lot of available labor. Of course, it creates a different equilibrium, so it won't right away. And also our migration now is, yeah, kicked up really high. So hopefully this, yeah, the way, oh yeah, 120k. Let's go, baby. Oh, they don't want any support. Tragic. But yeah, that's gonna feel pretty good. We are getting a really fat bankroll from the UK, so we have to keep that in mind, but we're also cruising on 700 construction now. And do we still owe an obligation to them? We do not. So once we get out of these wars, which the Belgian one we just actually have to sit through, we can start decreasing autonomy. And I know the first place we are going to decrease autonomy. The first one. Are we role-playing Leopold II? Yeah, dog. We're, like, exploiting the Congo and everything. He actually has some pretty shit modifiers, to be honest. We do want to... We actually are meaning to swap on a parliamentary, so... it will radicalize the petite bourgeoisie, but let's see if we can find a PB agitator here that is a radical, like this guy, who's popular. And so we are going to recruit him, and he's loved. We're going to recruit him. And then grant leadership. I'm going to go parliamentary republic. And now they're super happy. Loan interest rate minus. Time to deficit spend, guys. Support the radical movement, you guys. Let's go, baby. Which now we're just going to be able to blast a little bit more construction. I think maybe we do a little bit more here and here. Transvaal's certainly the more caked up one. Transvaal does probably have more labor problems, though. So, I'm going to put this in the back. The cap of pops you can receive is based on infra, and we get a radical party as well in our election, which will probably actually be pretty good. Let's see, who has most of the votes? Projected, radical party, which is, and the Belgian Workers' Party, yeah. Let's go, baby. Whistle stop tour. So, can you finish up that war, my guys? We also have a ton of bureaucracy, but this bureaucracy is to some degree a trap. But we'll take the bait. and increase law enforcement to max. It's a trap because this is off of the PB being happy with us, which is not going to necessarily stay the same. But while we have this trap sprung, now would be a good time to survey a skyscraper site. And also, if we declare an interesting... Oh, did we already survey Suez Canal? Okay, well, whatever. I wonder if we need the available authority. I love how the pop graph actually is just supported by the fact that you can see where we got multiculturalism. But even if you swap sides. Alright, so now we are not involved in a war. So now we can start decreasing autonomy. So we're going to take a save before we do this, because we don't want someone to somehow be able to brick it by making them a subject instead. Please take the EIC. There's no EIC. There's only the Raj. We could take on their debt. Is that what you meant? Take on their debt? Oh, they accept. You love to see the colors, don't you? Alright. Hate seeing these colors. They're stuck in. Let's try and... We should have done that forever ago. I think Chile is also a subject. They might accept. Let's just roll with people who will accept for a hot second. These guys we have truces with, that's the problem with them. We have a protector of the true shield states. We're going to reduce autonomy, they will accept. Oop, I'm trying to remember what... We are a protectorate of Sweden and Sind and Johor in the Marina Kingdom. So Sind, they're not going to accept necessarily. These guys will accept. Don't know why they haven't changed color. Okay, they do. Sweden really doesn't feel it. These guys don't feel it either. What's our infamy at? Maybe we just cruise for a little bit? Let's just cruise for a little bit. A little blast and cruise action. If you know, you know. But this is the important one. Reducing these guys in particular. You'll love to see it. Wonder how much migrants we're getting from these guys. Maybe not a lot. Yeah, so these guys are leaving and ostensibly heading kind of more towards our waters. Let's see if this problem has managed to solve itself. So we're producing 50 electricity. How much is demanded here? A little over 100, and there are demands in the sawmills, but the shortage is almost fixed. But did we cause more infrastructure problems? No. Now we have an excess of infrastructure. Kind of hard to evaluate this electricity business, and this is one of the reasons we're kind of playing a little bit more of this run, but do we want the pop attraction? I think we do. Although these guys are already powerful. Maybe this was a bit of a mistake. I mean, having these guys... Oh, this is another reason we're doing... Would really love to have those guys a little bit more powerful. We don't have a really good way of doing it. Census suffrage would be a lot better. I suppose we could swap on to census suffrage. Coalition. Yeah, employment, some problems. Some problems. Of course, we are getting huge migration, so they're getting solved. But, good word of the revolution? What is the good word? We can give UK echoes. I think we will do that. The golden mean. I think we do want those guys to get a little bit more votes. Is there a form of Benelux available? Not that we know of. Private schools? Private schools, I was discussing this. Private schools is interesting if we specifically do want the less educated. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. It will overall lower our literacy, but we don't really care too much if we lowered literacy a little bit, so... Yeah, we don't quite get the level of clout we want on these guys, but we're really happy with the way this government looks. Oh wait, we haven't gotten Parliamentary Republic yet. Once we get Parliamentary Republic, we're hoping that we get a little bit more clout on those guys, but we'll see. Benelux isn't real, they can't hurt you. Infinite momentum for trade unions? Yeah, basically. The trade unions only getting momentum can't hurt you, it's not real. They've just stopped in Equatoria. They just don't want to... They don't want to colonize anything that has malaria problems. We actually might just get really a fat level of push here. Which implies actually we want to incorporate a little bit more. So we could think about what we want to incorporate. We'll incorporate this. I think we already started incorporating Zululand a while back. Northern Cape, I think, is a 5-year incorporation, so this one seems like it would be just fine. I kind of think this is really ugly, but it is what it is. Can also set this up to do this. Be this. Yeah, that'll work out okay. We could go after Asturias here. We wanted to see how much infamy it will be. That's kind of a lot, though. Kind of a lot. Now, can't sway in that. I wonder if we maybe want to turn on some more labor-saving PMs here, other than rotary valve on this one. I mean, this says it makes money. Not that that's the only heuristic we care about, but this place is really, like, out of labor. And that'll also probably solve the electricity problem? No? Employment on that thing has not budged one bit. Oh, it didn't fire any pops because they weren't fully employed. That's right. Okay, well, you know, you got me. You got me. Oh no, we can't tolerate this behavior. Whatever will we tolerate? Certainly not this. He says that he tolerates it. Maybe you're way more likely to get trade unions events while you're passing Parliamentary Republic or something. You can have free bureaucracy, maybe you can get PB and Intelligentsia powerful with generals. This is a good shout. We kind of already did that to some extent, but I'm not sure we even want the PB powerful. Kinda don't hate it though. Authoritarian? Yeah, why not? What is this guy? Feminist? Could be worse. And now we would have to make a new army. I kinda don't want to for organization and aesthetics reasons. This guy's a jingoist though, but we can also promote him up. think we'll just leave it at that. That is a decent shout. I mean, if we're absolutely trying to min-max, that's probably better. Like, it will just take a lot of time to, like, roll, re-roll, exile, this sort of thing, but it is nice. Shift work tech spreading is, by the way, going to be big nice. It is going to be big nice. That's a good thing to point out. I mean, we kind of were thinking about it, but then we got interrupted, so let's actually look to cap some of these EOSs. Despite the thing, we just have to be careful when pushing. Yeah, you can't push that up at all, because we really don't want to lose our prosperity bonus on steel. Although, to be fair, when you have a lot of throughput on all your industry, which we have a ton of throughput, almost all of our steel is here, with getting 91% throughput, because we're encouraging manufacturing, we have trade unions, we have like everything going for us. It's going to be hard to lose the bonus, but the bonus is giving us 10% construction efficiency, so... Malaria prevention is also going to be super nice. Well, I guess if we want better intelligentsia, why don't we just do this? Jesus, sometimes I feel so small-brained. We want a fatter intelligentsia, that will do it, and we're not spreading, you know, this, we're not spreading the thing that will bring our economies of scale up from 31 to 51 for getting the cap, so we might as well put the university up to 51 there, so that'll be super nice, and, yeah. When you're in a customs union, Mappy of whom affects the mummy's market or yours? To affect mummy's market or yours. Your Mappy is always state specific. So if they have like, I'm assuming the Mappy in China is going to be a bit different. We're at 85 right now, but China, who's in our market, is at 70. So China's probably consuming a lot of their pops, but they're overpaying for them, which will lead to them under-consuming them. So the stimulation you get from China being in your market is much less than it was in 1.4, because while they are consuming a lot of our goods, they're under-consuming a lot of our goods, because they're just here. Like, we can take a look at the balance. So what are they underproducing here? They're underproducing all these goods, and so these are the types of goods that they'll be consuming from us. And they'll undereat them because the local price will be driven higher by their underproducing them. You know, we could look at Hainan, and it's going to be like a similar thing where the negative balance of stuff, they will be consuming these kind of from our market, but they will be paying like the increased price, which means the equilibrium consumption amount will be lower. And so, but Mappings are driven on a state-by-state basis. 74 productivity on steel, stonks, yeah, basically. And we are not building steel in a lot of places. Which I've kind of figured out that this is like half of our steel mills are in Wallonia. To be fair, they're not fully employed, but these are really, really, really productive. And the other ones aren't that high level, so the other ones are like also quite productive too. It's not quite as good, but like these steel mills are also really productive, also not fully employed or anywhere near it, but they have a huge throughput as well. Because we're getting a huge amount from our companies. We're getting 25% from companies and 20% from trade unions in terms of the throughput. So, you know, pretty good shape. Ooh, we could reduce autonomy on these guys. Alright, we should save before we do this, but we do want to be able to maybe use their companies. But getting some mass migration events here. Probably going to look to end the stream relatively soon. Doing war reparations. The Greeks. We will have a little Thermopylae action, I guess. Oh no, wait. They didn't do that well in Thermopylae. Okay, can we get Equatoria here? Probably not. But man, does the Great Britain super okay with just giving up, you know, colonies. They're super okay with it. So I think we will go for, well, we could get a native interest up here by going for Newfoundland. Ontario would be interesting. They'll transfer a subject. Maybe we prefer a transfer subject at this point. They'll transfer the Ionian Islands in exchange for help. That's kind of phony. Wow, they have these guys as subjects? Gwalior. Sambas, Mewar. Well, all these, while they would be good for us to get, don't border kind of the exterior. It's mainly Baroda and Kuch that do this, but we also have border Jodhpur with Sindh, who's in our market, so that would be an acceptable one. So maybe we transfer Kuch here? Yeah. Interesting, that's a great British subject. Just kidding, it's not. It's one of ours now. Have we just haven't luck sacked spreading gantry cranes? Oh, no one has gantry cranes. No, we just haven't gotten lucky. Okay. Parliamentary mainly doing because our Leopold kind of sucks. Actually, is even that bad? Maybe not too bad. Maybe we'll miss him when he's gone. When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Stream ending. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is a bit late for us. This was a bit more of a late night stream. Mainly doing it because wasn't gonna finish the UK episode for tomorrow morning. So this is kind of the substitute for the morning. So let's see who we roll instead of our dear friend. We get this guy, and this guy, and this. Yeah. Not the best, not the worst. We do have kind of an authority deficit. So we'll just take a look what we're spending it on. Yeah, just manufacturing and stuff in Wallonia. The revolution was victorious, though. Pops, 10% of pops become more loyal. I think we'll take that one. Ah, big nice. Big nice. Nice. Now, of course, very legitimate. I think we could increase taxes all the way and we'd maintain this legitimacy, so we're going to increase them a little bit. Yeah, actually, we're going to want to increase them maybe a little bit more. Well, maybe we don't want decreased attraction of interest groups in government modifier. And but we can increase construction now off the back of that. Something like that. We can also deficit spend relatively well. What was the law we wanted to pass here? We wanted to pass something. Aren't we supposed to get a Colossus event too sometime? Kind of want to move towards old age pension. Don't want to piss off the Industrialists though. That's the rub, isn't it? I suppose we wouldn't mind moving towards censorship. We wanted to go private schools. Maybe. But do we want to do this? Yeah, maybe we'll just chill out for now. For a hot minute. Like, looks like they can't sway anyone. So we'll revoke their... we won't revoke anything. We'll just deal with them. I think we'll start moving these guys. Station them over here. What law did we just research? I clicked escape. Was it shift work? Nice, baby. 107% throughput bonus. Someone get me a towel. I'm gonna make a mess. We'll do that. Hopefully these will also increase the clout. We are losing a little bit of money. We can afford to increase taxes even after increasing construction like that. don't have enough tax in Yemen. Yemen is starting to become a little bit, maybe we should incorporate this. It's fairly populated. We really kind of don't like the trade center here. It's really siphoning off a lot of pobs. And, well, I guess we're gonna do that, but I don't know how I feel about all this. But I suppose, when in Rome, we could put in rail transport here. And this place can employ more, because it's profitable, and that's the only one we're not subbing. Oh, we're also, as far as the admin goes, we're going to be in good shape once Skyscraper Survey finishes. So there is that. 5 level of education, and then private schools. 5 levels of education first. Oh, we don't have the last level. You're right. So yeah, we have to do this. Okay. And this will kind of pull back the clout of the trade unionist. I mean, the ones we really want to pull back the clout of is the free trade party. We want to get these guys a little bit smaller. It's going to be tough. Because our margins are freaking huge on everything. Because we, like, out of labor. Also super profitable on stuff. Nobody likes Council Republic. Oh, also commercialized agriculture is kind of cranking up with the Industrialists, isn't it? The Trucial Liberal Revolt. Shake my head. Can't invite right now. Oh, nice. Nice. Maybe Gantry Cranes even? Don't need anarchism. I mean, we could push ahead for Zeppelins and corporate. That's actually probably correct. We need we have socialism, so we can also do prop tax. Yeah, maybe Gantry Cranes into this. And this. Something like this. Do Oman stacking devastation because of occupation? I don't think so. It's just, it's a visual bug. Bring out the maps and straight edges. Huzzah! We also have a decent incorporated population, so this will actually cruise through pretty fast. I'm shocked how much Africa we are going to end up getting as Belgium. What, you want to help us with... Yeah, you want to transfer Trucial states to let us help us? We weren't born yesterday, my guy. Come on. Come on. Okay, but we can also... so furniture here has been kind of a mainstay. And we're going to push it up to the US. And I think we're going to also do the same here. Because this is actually like our most populous state too. And then we'll add a couple railways. But that's providing for the rest of our country, really. 10% loyalists. Nice. Nice too. Play approves. Sorry, I meant not proportional. Socialism gives us access to the next level, though. Graduated. But we're already passing a law. But we do want to be ungraduated. That will help to bring down the clout of the industrialists. And relatively speaking, increase the clout of the Intelligentsia. So we can get the doubled migration bonus. Which is really what we want. What happened to our liberal event chain, though? Don't we get the Colossus? What happened? Did we mess something up? The new Colossus journal entry. What are we missing? Oh, do we have to stamp out monarchism first? We might have to stamp out monarchism first. Yeah, okay, fair. Oh, did our naval landing fail? What's this? Okay, maybe we're just doing it currently? What's going on? I mean, no way we lose to their army here. But why have we decayed so much? I'll take that one. Have they just not gotten there yet? I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Where's the army? The army is bugged. That's what's going on here. Man. I mean, I guess we're gonna swap sides again, because we win this. But the army's bugged, and our navy is also cannot be unassigned while the army is bugged. I mean, we could... Alright, so we tried demobilizing. Now they're traveling to the Arabia HQ. Does that free up the navy? It does not free up the navy, unfortunately. So we're actually going to do a little bit of side swapping to resolve this. I mean, maybe we could have just white pieced there instead. Because we don't like how it kills our thing, but that was clearly, we were just bugged out there. And we win that naval invasion, so... oh, we can't, that's a dirty swap, can't do that. Hello, Eric, how's it going? We can't swap there. Alright, we'll make these auto expands, and then we'll come in and start, you know, kind of fixing up what we had before. Oh, we already auto-expanded all that. We'll just finish that, actually. Skyscraper survey, finished. Oh, I hate how you have to click the event, lay the foundations. Just in terms of sequencing, it just feels very strange. Oh, that doesn't have enough labor. I mean, if we incorporated it, it would be able to employ up better, wouldn't it? Oh, there's just not enough pops. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We're getting a ton of these pops here. How's it going, Eric? Welcome to the stream, although we might not continue too much longer. I think we want the tools auto-expanding and the motor industries here. Please be clout to the Intelligentsia. Well, we don't want clout to them, so we'll take this. You take those. I think we will be doing a tax system next. Here, what is our infamy? Pretty low, actually, so I guess we save up and find something to do. Probably going after... New Granada here. Oh, we have this. Is this also bugged out? We had sent a guy there. Oh, this guy's also bugged out. This guy's bugged out. Are they just all bugged forever and ever? Maybe this is even the end of the run. If we swap sides, I guess we could save and reload here, right? But, I mean, this guy's bugged. Maybe it's a save and load situation here. Instead of, maybe we shouldn't have swapped sides, but it is a bit buggy here. This is a consequence of the 1.5 open beta, which, you know, obviously we're experimenting on, hence the Sardinia flag on United Belgian States. But, you know, we are also encountering problems in a general sense. But maybe save loading will help. We have tried to... So he's transferring, but he has 0 days left, but he's not there, is he? Why don't we do that, and then assign to the front now? And then can you get there? No, you cannot. Well, can we land using that 30 stack? Let's try that as well. But yes. Eric's doing good. Trying to get back in the Algerian achievement. Barbary is back. France does not want to exist. You're on run 7. You know what strategy that I had been working on? I don't know if it works on 1.4. Don't know what patch you're on exactly. But if you can join an early war on France's side and then get into their customs union, that might be a decent way of getting them to not attack you. Maybe even becoming their protectorate where you still have some sense of agency. And then looking to eco up, you know, kind of inside their customs union until eventually, you know, you can expand out. You know what I mean? Some strategy like this might be good. You know, I assume you're starting as Constantine, and then when you just try and buddy up with them early on, maybe it works. We will stop that auto-expanding. Really hate this. They auto-expand too much. Man, that sucks. Look, the energy requirement. Oh my god. We're making 80 of it. And we need just a huge amount not to be running a shortage. I mean, maybe we would be better on gas streetlights, huh? How much infrastructure? Plus 73. And this gives double the infrastructure, but how big a malice are we running here? Target penalty is 5%. That's not too bad. We just get to see the shortage button in our face the entire time. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad. It's fine to eat that shortage. We're also going to get a lot of events here. We'll do this one. But, yeah, so it looks like we were... I'm not sure... It looks like we were able to land them. And this fixed our problem, but yeah, a little bit of bugginess with the wars. So if it mean you can form Italy now, that's why intervention is better. What? Intervention is not better, my friend. Eric says, yeah, I can get to become their protector, but I can't get in the customs even though I'm protector. They still demand states. Wait, what? Protectorate should automatically put you in the customs union. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, you can't just get into their custom? You can get as protectorate? And even though you're a protectorate, they still demand states from you. If you're on 1.5, if you're trying to get it on 1.5, I don't actually have advice for you. 1.5 just might be... since they can declare war on you anyways, even if you have good relations, it might just be too difficult. Where's this led? Yemen. Oh, well, Yemen's got railroads at equilibrium employment, so we'll crank that up. Now, does North and West Borneo and North Cape and Jujuy, we have to all see how much... I mean, these have rails, so I guess we'll turn this up. And then... Do we have rails here? We do have rails here. So we'll turn this up. Do we have a rail here? We do have a rail here. We'll turn this up. The tedium of like needing to turn on railway PMs like one state at a time, like very, very slowly, I think does make it really hard to make those companies, like, mechanically speaking, because you have to check a lot of stuff. Hit the productivity bonus. If you want to micro your brain out. But they still demand, yeah, usually play 1.5. That's good to know. I would have wasted time going for 1.5. Well, it's like, they can reduce your autonomy repeatedly, is the problem. Let's get on electric streetlights and electric sawmills. But yeah, using electricity just feels like pulling teeth, to be honest. I'm not a fan. Looks like we can use public trains there now. And we could obviously use it here too. Got the expensive energy, but freeing up some labor maybe to work on that. Gold depleted in Transvaal. Oh no. We can't let them leave though, because we actually want more pops here. Increase that gold up a little bit. But like just looking to play nice with them early, I think would be best. I mean, I haven't tried it on 1.4. I was working on a run. I was practicing a run for that for 1.3. And so I don't know if like the strategy for 1.3 worked, but I did like manage to get nice with them, just being that customs union, and got to the point where it felt stable and I could expand. And then I didn't continue the test any further. But that's because the whole idea is like then you just eco up normally, you get absolutely huge, and then eventually you go for France. Yeah. At 1.5, you might, if you become a protectorate, France might demand reduced autonomy. Yep, this is the exact thing. So. Something like that. And what was the other law pass? We did want to go onto this. Yikes. Well, the PB doesn't get too bad. The Industrialists don't get too bad. This generates less revenue, but it's really not about the revenue. It's about reducing the clout of the Industrialist, and it will overall increase SOL. And if we reduce their clout and increase the Intelligentsia clout, we can look to get a little bit of a better bonus. So, do want to do this. You've tried run becoming a protectorate with Great Britain. No, you got to become a protectorate with France. You got to become France's protectorate. This is the strategy. Because if you're a protectorate, your relations won't dip low enough as long as you kind of keep an eye on it to the point where make sure you improve relations to the point where they can declare war on you. So you don't want to become Great Britain's protectorate. You want to become France's protectorate. Yeah. Not GBs. Which might involve re-rolling, specifically for them to have this strategy of economic dominance, where they're much more likely, economic imperialism rather, where they're more likely to accept you becoming the protectorate. So, why don't we turn up some of these later? We're saving PMs here. We're just going to use water tubes, not the full shebang, because even though the full shebang is good, but we just don't want to do it. Alright, so here we'll also do water tube and water tube. Alright. Gantry cranes. So now we can finally do the thing. We can make the swap to industrial port and swap all the things to steamships. And then we won't swap our military ships, because it's not important yet. Currently the only thing that matters is the number of ships, not the types. So we'll swap to steamships as well here. So I always feel like we forget something. We did the ports, we did the fishing, the other thing. Think we're good? Oh, yikes. This is kind of a rel, but we could in theory swap up. Are we making the wrong type of ship? No, we're not. Actually, let's just quickly cruise through and make sure we're not missing on some PMs. Alright, what are we... Yeah, we do have those on rails. Just kind of making sure we're on rails on these things. So we could actually make cotton here and start expanding the clothing industry a little bit here. I don't hate that. Why don't we go textile mill, put it on auto expand, and then put this cotton plantation on well, no, actually I do kind of hate this. Let's not do this. In a place where there's a little bit less to do, maybe we want to do this. That we know we're going to also incorporate. Yeah, currently we're just kind of on exploitation mode. We're about to get a whole bunch more of the Congo too. Alright. You've tried both? France and... Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure necessarily what the solution looks like. We again want to kind of avoid overexpanding. Well, actually, it seems that it's kind of okay expanding this. It's not really doing much. Let's just add smattering more here of that. We are now fully expanded on these industries, so eventually we're going to calm down with the building there. Not quite yet, though. This steel mill has just been really expanding. Just because we have a lot of local need for steel here, even though... Yeah. Yep. Maybe we push this to EOS? That feels kind of terrible, but I guess. It's kind of weird. We're starting to get more manufacturers here than we have here. I mean, there's more pop here, but... Really do want to push it up here, but we can't yet because, you know, they're just not enough people. I guess maybe there is, actually. We will kick this onto rotary, though. And this onto rotary. Caring really about having a high productivity as a heuristic, because we don't want to lose our company bonus. For Wallonia Steel, although we have been really hitting the productivity on all these. But we could lose our productivity here on, say, iron and wood, and we've been auto-expanding this out. But we don't really care about this prestige and rubber industry. We care about the construction and throughput bonuses on theirs. To that end, maybe we have a little bit of a look-ski. Where do we have labor? Expecting negative, well, if it's negative, maybe we don't care if we have labor there. Let's just do some of that. Again, a lot of labor. Looking for labor and decent earnings. South Cameroon seems to have quite a lot of stuff here by now. We're on colonial exploitation. Really hate how much bananas have come up, though. We don't like the bananas. Corruption's a tool. I think we'll take this. Construction. Oh, you're saying, yeah, I let the queue idle? Yeah, I did. Shame on me. I bring dishonor to my family. Oh, we do have a little bit of a problem here. We're going to expand over a little bit what's necessary. And where is our skyscraper? Let's kick it to the top. Are we at the max legitimacy? We are at max legitimacy. So we just straight up kind of want to add more construction. Where is the cheapest construction? So we see the construction would be cheap in Yemen. Really hate that this is a state that is good to build in, apparently. Because the auto queue is just absolutely cranked up. Really, it's the trade center that's the bane of our existence here. Is this bad boy? Speaking of, let's take a look at our trade routes. Yeah, I can't really export these too well. I think we'll blind them down. Gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. That won't stick because it's to a revolt, but whatever. Also won't stick because it's to a revolt. Man, having just trouble. We have so many convoys and we just can't run a fucking trade route. Is it just because Russia has the absolute worst in terms of their tariff strategy? We are making money from tariffs, so... and we aren't doing all these trade routes. These are some of Russia's trade routes. I guess they, like, split them with us. But we don't want to leave Russia's market because China's in Russia's market. And so... just pain. I don't know. Just pure, unadulterated pain. Just can't do, like, any of the trade routes we would normally do. Can't export any finished goods. And part of this is mappy. Like, when we... If something is just a little bit cheaper for us, normally we'd be able to export it. But if it's not a lot cheaper, we can't eat through the mappy mallas. They won't actually consume our goods. Or the equilibrium's too bad. Sicilian market. I mean, maybe we just need to crank... I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe we're just getting good enough local consumption in our market that, like, we're kind of okay. I don't know. Feels bad, man. One day, they'll be connected. At last. I mean, we'll just run that back. And look to pass that quick. Some boyo got exiled from Spain. I don't think we have our invite available. So not much we could do. I think our exile's probably available, but not anyone we really want to exile. I suppose the authoritarian guy is not, like, the best. So we get skyscraper, right? So we built a skyscraper. Architecture second to none. Okay, sure. We actually have a journal entry we want to put in here. Stamp out monarchism. We want to see how that's progressing. But let's set this to trade nexus. And can we please get some it's trade route volume, which is so not the problem because we have 5k convoy, like, excess. God. Which is giving us a ton of trade route competitiveness. Maybe something's bugged in this run specifically, but holy hell. We cannot export anything to save our lives. Or import anything. I mean, it might just be the equilibriums are so tight because we're inside the market. We're hitting, like, the perfect employment on everything, I guess. And we can't... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We just... Might just be Russia's tariffs apply to our trades or something like this. I'm not sure, 100% sure how this works. We could open Russia's market. That's kind of funny. Open our overlord's market. I mean, our GDP is like 3x as theirs now. At this point, we're now the number 2 slot, or 2.5x, whatever. Tax reforms. That seems like significantly better chance. I forgot we can get really awful rolls for graduated taxation. Let's see how the institution's coming on up. Oh, we gotta stop soon. Oh, we're at 0 infamy. Let's find something quick. Crucial states: Greece, Argentina, Sulu, Sweden, Sinjahor. Okay, so we got a little bit of infamy here, which is what we were going for. What's our truce look like with the Netherlands? 18 months. Guess we take a save. Okay, it's funny business. And look to get New Granada. I'm not sure why we haven't been... Do we have to be a GP to do the Canal things? %25 chance. They just let it go. And it looks like they can't let it go. Fair enough. Hopefully, we did have like a super buggy war like with Argentina this session. Why are we making so much money? That's unreal. We're just gonna crank up the construction here. Improved ferts are going to be, in the abstracts it's nice, but we don't actually produce fertilizer really anywhere, so we gotta have a bit of a think about what's going on in terms of where we're producing fertilizers. We have a little bit of Wallonia and a little bit in Flanders. They input sulfur and iron. In theory, we would prefer it in a place where we have rice, where we actually want to build up the grain high, and we'd prefer it in a place where we have sulfur. There's only one place where I think we have sulfur. There's one place where we have sulfur and rice, but it's North Borneo. Well, actually, we could incorporate North Borneo here. It'll take 20 years, but no, I think we just want to exploit the crap out of it. And so this kind of just leaves, you know, these two places with us having fertilizer. Maybe it's fine. And we let the fertilizer be produced by the other people in the customs union. We just eat it at a kind of negative. We really don't hate decreased taxes, because we're making a lot of money anyways here. Kingdom of France sides with Russia. What is this here? Wait, why would Russia side against us? See, this is exactly what we're talking about here. What did you sway him with? What is this absolute psychopathic nonsense? We are the master of this customs union. We have almost all this stuff. And they're, an obligation? But why'd they become the war leader here? Because they're a part of they're our overlord, technically? There's also no way for us to get Russia out of that customs union, or that play, so we're just gonna take a load here. But, I don't know. AI kind of doing silly things. I'm not 100% sure. Well, actually, I'm pretty confident that's not fightable for us. So I guess we are going to want to do something else then, in terms of the infamy. Knowing that Russia will side with them. I suppose we could also just keep re-rolling it until, because it's 25% chance they don't do anything, but we're not going to do that. Tripolitania and Oman, so... Alright, we'll try and get Tripolitania. Alright, they refuse. Fair enough. Good shout. We tried. We tried to do this peacefully. Just do remember. And then I think at the end of this war, we will conclude the stream. Even if they're back down, so... We'll put in that. And we just hope that they don't get randomly uber swayed by, like, Russia or something. Ottoman Empire size was Tripolitania. Okay, so would love to. Oh, we can't sway them because they're overlords. God damn, that's so stupid. Hey, we could transfer Kutch back to the UK in exchange for their help. I think we do want to liberate. Why can't we liberate? What the hell? We have an interest here. Why can't we liberate Iraq? Taxation's theft, that much is true. Why can't we live Iraq here? I mean, we don't mind throwing Kutch back their way, to be honest. These guys are stuck in the sauce. They've been lost in the sauce. Perhaps they'll never be able to retrieve their sanity, but they're lost somewhere. A little bit of problems overall with this run. So we could transfer Kutch, but we're waiting to see if our interest in Anatolia affects the fact that, I mean, we should be able to live Iraq here. I don't know why we can't. Because Iraq, I believe, is contained in all of India, so I don't know why Bosnia is the only liberatable one. I suppose we could take war reps off the kebab, but this isn't really that substantive. So, and like, to be fair, the UK maybe should have Kutch, but maybe we want to keep that in our back pocket, because I think we win this anyways. I mean, maybe we don't win it if we can't mobilize our guys, to be fair. You know, this is a problem. We're just going to leave those guys at home, because that's their job. So here's the 24 stack. They're coming in. Backroom deals. They can't be mobilized. Okay, so we'll just put them here. And I guess try and land with them at some point. Ghaffar ibn Khalid. Yeah, more than happy to welcome aboard, my friend. He's an abolitionist, so not too many laws for him to pass, but he will increase the clout of our boyos, which we will be very grateful for. This is a weird war. I don't know why we can't live Iraq. Really would love to live Iraq. Maybe this is part of the change, like you can't live a bunch of the Chinese countries either. Maybe it's a change where like if you share a primary culture you can't live. Should we go for Kebabi war reps? I don't really think it does anything, and we'd rather them not contribute as many troops, so maybe we don't. And we just try and do a naval landing. I mean, since we can move these guys about, we're going to move them here, and then we're going to move these guys here. Oh, they're already stationed there. And the idea being we're going to land with the 24 stack, hopefully, unless it's bugged out. You think you're going to do another India run, says Playa, this time forming India as Macron? That'll be entertaining. This is the lowly Macron. Maybe they back down here, but I don't think they do. The mobilization difference isn't that big. Why isn't our guy there? We like sent him there at the very beginning. Why is it taking so long? Where is he? Oh, he's bugged out too. Really? So I mean, so far we've had just the armies repeatedly bugged out here in this episode. And now we see we can't land with the 24 stack. I was returning home. Why are they demobilizing? Okay, we're gonna land with the home front army, and we're gonna move this army that would otherwise be the home front army. We're gonna move them all the way back to the home front. Try something like this. I don't... God, this is so fucked. The army's right there. Zero days left to get there. In Arabia HQ. They're right there. We can't do anything. Like, I'm not sure if we win this war, but I think we do. But God, if this isn't super annoying. We want those guys to get, you know, kind of more... I suppose we could have used the approval on the Industrialists, but we do want the cloud on these guys. This is so obnoxious, though. I don't know. This might be the end of this run. TBH. We'll see how this war goes, though. I'm pretty frustrated by this. I guess I'm not that frustrated, but it does require that we, like, swap sides every time and try and evaluate if we would have won the war anyways. I mean, we never would have moved our stack back. Yeah, this is also kind of silly. We would have not moved our stack back like this, and now we're just getting occupied. Because we had our home front stack, and we're using them because our other stack is, like, stuck on, like, being stupidly mobilized. So now we just get invaded and landed for free. God. Also, our troops are ungodly slow relative to theirs. I don't know what that's about. This is the shameful 6th Belgian army that couldn't do anything right. These guys full occupy this. To be fair, we are about to occupy the war goal, but I don't think this matters because I think we're just occupadoed here. And now they're here, but they can't do anything. 24 stack. Maybe we can, once we get a full landing in, we can land with them over here. Something like this. And of course we do have the 1st Belgian army, which is in Arabia, but they're stuck there for all of eternity, which is like, you know, also, of course. We do have a stronger army than these guys. So... let's just try and keep the queue going. And I guess move these guys to these front, but I think they're bugged anyways, so I think we just auto-lose every war unless we're willing to swap sides. And I kind of don't feel like swapping sides for every single war. Bourgeoisie fear. Yeah, we'll do that. Sick leave. I'm sick of these levers. Graduated tax is just getting slapped around here, though. Or this attempt at it. Don't know how this came about. What? Do we have another place with lead? We might not have another place with lead. Oh my god. We'll see if this... yeah. I don't know what to say here, though, guys. The 1.5 is very buggy on this. On the military. This is... I haven't seen this type of thing before, where our armies just can't... they're at the location and they just can't do anything. Like the 30 stack was the... I mean, and also the fact that our guys are getting stuck up is why we left this guy from the home front to begin with. I mean, I guess we could have just waited for some things, but... I don't know, could have played it more patient. Definitely could have played it more patient. We should have just left the home front back here and waited for this guy to fully demobilize or whatever, except he can't... he can't do anything. He's got to wait an additional 41 days, but this 41 days is not ticking, it is just stuck. So I think he's just stuck, like just dead. Like dead as dead can be. Yeah. Rage quit time, a little bit. We're probably gonna swap sides and capitulate. But really don't... I'm not happy with having to do this multiple times this episode. And like it does, I don't know if it's this run that's like, I think it's our units are just bricked now, so I think this might be the end of the run here. Petit bourgeoisie are powerful. Chicka chicka what? We do have to kind of get rid of this. So maybe we get rid of consumption tax on services, which will actually cause pops to consume more services, which is maybe actually something we really care about positively now. I mean, we're just getting a bunch of devastation just running it up, huh? I think we're gonna swap sides and cap. Because I also think Trip doesn't win this war. If, like, our guys aren't bugged out. These guys are stationed in Rhine. Move these guys back to Rhine. Oh, they're already moving back. And then this Belgian army is on the Zambezi front but can't do anything. God damn it, dude. This army can't mobilize? Yeah. Thinking this is a bit of a problem, what we got going on. Can you do Great Britain fascist meme run based on your IG video? I'm planning on it. I've been practicing it. I'm actually streaming right now because I didn't think I could get the first episode out in time for tomorrow morning, so we're streaming this instead of doing that. I think, though, we are going to call it an episode and perhaps a run. I don't know if I want to come back to that. This is when we passed multiculturalism and really popped off. We've basically doubled our pop sense. Let's take a look at our cultures tab and look at what's most popular. We see that we have over 2 million Han now in our, and this is not including the fact that these Han are being assimilated. So if we like sort by, or we can't sort by religion, or let's actually, like if we look at the charts, I don't think we're converting any religious, right? Or so we don't want to look at culture, we want to look at religion. Show less. Thank you. So we could just see we have 9 million Mahayana in our country and only 3 million. Oh wait, that's political strength. 3 million Mahayana. So we've brought in around 3 million Chinese pops specifically, but also a whole slew of other pops, throughout the massive Russian customs union that we're now accepting, are able to be brought into our country. The state of affairs, it's 1880, so what is this? 44 years in, so a little under halfway. We got a really big GDP. Our population's 25 million. That's come up. Our SOL is the highest in the world. GDP is just under Great Qing. We, of course, would be the #1 great power if we decided to leave Russia's market, which obviously we're not doing. And so that's kind of how things are. We did turn Netherlands into a dominion, and so it would be another 10 years before we could annex them, actually, what is this? Our truce is up in 8 months, so in 8 months we would be able to turn them into a puppet, because they're dominion now, and then so 5 years and 8 months we would be able to annex them. Kind of have the full shebang here. I think that, considering I think this might be the last episode, considering, the struggles we've had with whatever's wrong with our unit, I think that the main kind of features we've tried to focus on a little bit has been the companies. I do think that this company and the Congo company, which are unique to this region, I think you can get both by unlocking them. I think that I read something somewhere about this one requiring being Belgium, but now I don't see it. Or I haven't seen it when I looked at it again, so maybe it doesn't require it. I think this is just the best wood company. I don't think it's close, because it has wood and iron. No other company has wood plus iron. And you're not really caring about this prosperity bonus at all when evaluating this. You're just like, hey, I really like having throughput on these industries and construction speed on these industries. They're a high proportion of our economy. Like if we take a look, 134 chop chops and 127 iron mines, this is a large percentage of our buildings. And then, here, I think this company is also pretty good because you're getting 3 manufacturers industries, and this railway building throughput. I think throughput on the rails is really, really good. And so, you know, obviously a railroad company would give a bit more, but I think railroad companies also might be a decent shout, and maybe we need to like look at those a little bit closer. You know, having a little bit of problems in this run here with just the bugginess with the way the military is working. This is a little bit frustrating. I wonder how much money we're making from the gold company at this point. It is giving us plus 10% minting, so it's giving us like, it's probably making us about 50k from both the increased throughput on the gold itself and also the 10% increased minting. Kind of hard to evaluate this this company because it just works in a way just so much different than the other ones because it's just giving the other stuff. I mean, maybe we'll continue this run. We actually do want to see what happens when we get Zeppelins and corporate management, but we're mainly going to be looking for this. Just really the military having to swap sides is particularly... maybe we just won't even start Diplo plays, something like this, because this is kind of... I'm getting tired and haggard over it. But I think that this this Belgian run has been a bit interesting, and it's been kind of a big help in trying to understand things better. You know, I think, though, that we are probably going to conclude it here. Let's see. Did we look? We already kind of looked at the statistics. We do see... Oh, we maybe wouldn't even be #1 prestige if we left Russia's thing. So we'll just save it up just in case. End episode 4. Or is this episode 3? We'll do end episode 3. I think this is episode 3. And we'll also do one last kind of take a look and see what happens if we just leave their customs union. Which of course we run shortages of a bunch of stuff. We now have the Belgian customs union, which is fairly large. Not gaining access to any of those juicy pops anymore. We immediately have problems with the convoys. My curious thing is, well, I assume that we can now actually run quite a few trade routes, you know, like importing silk, which of course is a shortage now, but also exporting some other stuff, not coffee. Are there any industrial goods? Yeah, so we just flood the market with this stuff. You know, Russia and China was buying a lot of, at the very least, these, which is one of the reasons we're able to be profitable over here, and we're not overproducing on the luxuries. I think they're really not producing the luxuries. So I think customs unions are going to be really, really valuable then, because you just look at this, yeah. They're on like the regular PMs and we're on the good PMs, and this was also really feeding the market if the price is really depressed here. And so, you know, we couldn't do a lot of trade, but that's because maybe we just like had a lot of it like already internal. You know, a bit interesting there. But just kind of taking a look at it, this of course tanked our GDP like a whole ton, but you know, it works like that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think this is going to be the end of this, or this is going to be the end of the stream. I think it's also going to be the end of this run. Maybe we look to kind of explore some of this later tech. The problem is I'm not making deep runs on 1.5, so I don't have a strong evaluation for a lot of this later stuff. And I want to get a little bit better on that, but, you know, the runs just kind of feel like they're breaking down a bit as we get deeper, and also like the military tech is generally kind of meaningless. I mean, it's especially meaningless if, yeah. Generalist, do you have any funny run ideas? I got a lot of funny run ideas, but a lot of them require like not getting super bricked. Oh, you caught me at the end? Yeah. Bali World Conquest. Play already did it. Yeah, we are just wrapping things up here, Palea. We did leave the Russian customs union. We were at like 120 million GDP before, and just kind of wanted to see what happens when we leave. You know, I think customs unions are maybe a little bit better given like the phenomenon we looked at. But overall, yeah, just because you can feed a lot of your luxury goods. You're gonna have like a lot of this stuff that can be more profitable. Which, like, this just looks hilarious, right? The luxury goods in general overproduce, and so having a bunch of people in your market who don't use the luxury PMs is really valuable. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode, probably for the run. I already said that. So without further ado, we're just going to bop you guys with an ad, or grace you guys with the essence of capitalism. Truly, there's nothing more laissez-faire than this. And then, you know, that is our outro. If you have ad block, obviously you don't see it. But then, other than that, you guys have a good night, and I bid you farewell, adieu, goodbye. Do I want to end stream? Yes.